Hey Falcons, it's Mrs. Abdul, and we're doing Research 101, which is day 2 of your controversial topics library lessons. Our ICANN statement is that you can narrow down your topic and create questions to guide your research. We're going to talk about background information, connecting to your topic, narrowing down a large topic, and then coming up with research questions. So first, we're going to talk about background information. This could be something as simple as a quick search of the internet, but it could also be about asking people around you what they think about the topic and listening to what their evidence is for why they believe what they believe. If you're in the databases, you can find those overview articles. Oftentimes, there are key questions or findings that they use in the table of contents of those articles to be able to help you understand the arguments. And there's obviously the viewpoint articles to understand both sides of an argument on these controversial topics. And the last thing you could do is scan a table of contents or an organizing element like the headlines in a book to be able to help you, again, figure out what are these key phrases, what are the terms, what are the topics related to this controversial issue that I'm looking at. Next, you want to connect to your topic. This is literally where you have to think about the topic that you chose and realize what your point of view is on the topic. What do you think about this topic? Do you have any personal connections to that topic? Do you have people that have had an experience around this topic that you can talk to about it? And think about, why is this the most interesting thing to you? Is it a possible career path for you? Is it something that you just see over and over in the news? Do you have somebody that's been affected by it? Those are all ways that you can connect to this topic. How do you narrow down a large topic? This is where choose your own adventure is going to be important. Not any two people that have chosen the topic of abortion are going to end up writing the same paper because there's a lot of different directions that you can go in. And we talk about this topic triangle. This is a way to narrow down your topic. For instance, in this example here, death penalty. Mrs. Mikan and I have used this consistently for this research when you come down to the library, and we're going to continue with it. Death penalty is my big topic. It is a controversial topic. So how am I going to narrow down this topic? For me, I'm curious about execution methods. You have injection, you have firing squad, you have electrocution. All of these are important discussion pieces about the humanity of these kinds of methods for the death penalty. It's something that I've seen in movies, I've heard talked about, and I'm simply just curious about. So that's how I've narrowed down my large topic about the controversy of the death penalty to specifically the methods of execution and which ones are humane or not humane, or whether any of them are humane or not humane. So you can stop the video and do this with your own topic, or again, practice with capital punishment. What would you be interested in exploring a little bit further? And that's where the topic triangle helps you visualize narrowing down a large topic. You can use the worksheet provided to be able to do that, because the next step is coming up with research questions and keywords. So the research questions that you're coming up with, these are important for a few reasons. It gives you a purpose for finding information. The purpose is to answer the questions that you're asking about the topic. For example, in the capital punishment example, in the death penalty example about the humanity or inhumanity of the specific execution methods, I want to ask questions about the time period. Has electrocution, the electric chair, still being used? Are there specific places in the United States where they're still used or not used? Who are the people that are involved in making the decisions about how somebody is executed? What organizations and then groups that are affected or not by this? Those are questions that I'm going to start asking. Make sure that those questions are narrow and specific, deep, and complex. The idea here is that you have to find information that helps you create your research project. Those questions guide finding articles about your information to create slides for a presentation or paragraphs for a research paper. So in this example, you can practice creating your own questions about the death penalty and execution methods. Then we're going to start gathering evidence and saving articles. This is where you know you're going to use the databases, current events. You can use newspapers, magazines, audio and video, and even statistics, especially when they're most current. Enduring topics like abortion that have been around for quite some time. You're going to find more information in reference articles, journals, books, obviously, and then even audio and video and statistics. And then obviously those viewpoint and editorials are part of the arguments piece. If you are doing research, you want to pay attention to articles that are recommended to you under the more like this and related subjects that are circled on the screen. What other words are used? Notice in this one, execution by lethal injection, execution punishment, cruel and unusual punishment. These are all additional search terms that I can use as keywords. So when you are going to work on your own topic triangle, narrowing down your topic, you're going to also ask yourself 3 to 5 questions that you're going to use to try to guide your research. And then that also becomes an idea for your working thesis. So use the library. Mrs. Mikett and I are here to help. You can text the library, you can email, you can stop down. We are a partner in this process as you learn to narrow a topic, come up with questions, find articles, and then turn it into the product for your paper. Happy researching, Falcons.